How you doing, superstars? Ray here and here with the mighty Beta RR430. A couple of weeks ago I showed you, well, in the last video, the video before that, we showed you that we melted the right hand rear indicator on the bike, taking it down the beach. I don't imagine that being a normal thing that most people do, because I'd say that most people buying these bikes are probably buying them for, you know, enduro and off-road, and they probably won't have a number plate and indicators on them. But if you are, it's probably something to be mindful of, that you could melt the indicator. Luckily, Beta New Zealand have put the claim through, and we've got a brand new indicator. Now, of course, it is a manufacturer fault that the exhaust points directly at the indicator, so of course no questions asked, just send me a photo and of the melted indicator and we'll replace it. Too easy. So what we're going to do is replace it with you right here, right now. It's pretty easy. There's an 8mm bolt just here, and that we take off to access the wiring underneath the tail here. We might have to remove a couple of bolts to take off the fender extender, and one 8mm bolt here to take off the indicator. But I'll just play musical bike, shuffle the bikes around in the garage, and then we'll get into it. The old grip lock is what's been keeping the bike safe, and I got to say thank you very much to Mark and the team at MotoNZ for lending me the grip lock, because of course the Beta doesn't need a key to start. No key, no fob, no nothing. Just push the button, starts up and right away. So, taking security very seriously. So as I was saying, I don't think necessarily the issues that we've had with the indicator here and the tail light should be a reflection on Beta themselves, because most people aren't going to buy these bikes for the road. It just so happens that to be on the road you've got to have the indicators and the tail lights, and well, where else are you going to put them really? However, this little heat shroud that I've put on here, I reckon is going to save us from any more dramas, and it's pretty easy to make. So if you've got one of these bikes that you're melting indicators on, or you're thinking about getting one, it might be a good little idea to bend yourself up one of these heat shrouds yourself. That said, it's what, 6 bolts and 3 wires to take the indicators and the tail light off this bike. Not exactly a hard thing to do. Right, there we go. That's all done. I mean, that is a little bit flimsy, but it doesn't need to be too secure. I'll do the seat bolts up as well. And there we go. All road legal again and ready to go. Next thing we need to do is test out how it goes on a commute. Beta are known for creating great dirt bikes, but our long-term test bike, the Beta RR430, is road legal, so it would be only fair to put it to the test in all conditions, right? Weighing in at around 120 kgs wet, the Beta RR430 is light, nimble and agile, so it should be well suited to tight city streets and weaseling its way through traffic. But it is equipped with a set of dirt tyres, aka knobblies. It came with a set of Maxxis Enduro tyres, and these were fantastic off-road, but on the seal they were wearing out rather quickly. So we swapped them out for a Karoo Extreme rear and an MC360R front. Still both reasonably aggressive off-road tyres, but also road legal. The MC360R is 100% carbon black, 0% silica. So on top of the fact it's a knobbly, meaning it's got a reduced contact patch on the road, it's also lacking the agent that would provide grip on the seal in damp and cold conditions. This could be lethal on the road. They're hard-wearing, aggressive dirt tyres, which are also reversible, meaning it's possible to put them on backwards once you've worn away the sharp leading edge. The Karoo Extreme on the rear has a tread pattern that's more like a paddle, with large horizontal grooves and knobs that are in a neat row. This will be okay on the seal, but it should be really good in mud and sand. I hit the road on a cold winter's morning from Upper Hutt heading into Wellington. On the short suburban street section of my commute, the Beta RR430 felt light and easy to ride. The seat is hard and the front brake is quite bitey. But as soon as I got out onto the motorway, things changed altogether. The lack of weight means the bike is really susceptible to wind gusts. Even a mild headwind is noticeable, and you need to wind on more throttle to keep up the speed. This model is also geared down, so sitting at 100 km per hour feels like I'm forcing the bike to go faster than it wants to. Don't get me wrong, the bike is more than capable of doing 100 km per hour, and there is still more than enough torque to accelerate in top gear, but I'm not sure it's ideal sitting at a constant speed this high in the rev range. Having only one wing mirror is also slightly less than ideal, but also not the end of the world. With the lack of cold grip at the front tyre, you need to be really careful how you react to hazards and try and anticipate anyone pulling out in front of you or doing something stupid. The ergonomics of the bike are comfortable for commuting, but the seat is really quite hard and not really much good for anything longer than say 20 to 30 minutes. Also, at these high speeds, there's a lot of vibration from the engine, wind turbulence, and the tyres, possibly not balanced well enough. Thankfully, my commute has a lot of slow-moving traffic, so here is where the Beta really started to do well. Picking my way through slow-moving traffic at around 40 km per hour, just fast enough to keep the air flowing over the radiator, but slow enough to not have to deal with any vibrations. I've made it to work safely, but I gotta say, this is not the sort of bike you should be going for if you're a commuter. It's just not made for that. With short service intervals, loads of vibration, less than ideal tyres, and little in the way of comfort, it's really designed as a dirt bike. Enduro, trails, getting off-road, exploring and having fun. So, although the Beta RR430 can do commuting, I'm going to leave the commuting duties to my daily and save this beast for what it really excels at. Next video, we're hitting the dirt properly and going on a trail ride. So don't forget to hit subscribe and keep up to date with the next adventure on this awesome bike. Also leave a comment below. Tell us, would you commute on this bike? Maybe it's just me being soft. Anyway, thanks for watching.